Hello. So it's T-minus 1 day until I see the new Mission Impossible movie, Mission Impossible Fallout, which means I have one more movie to talk about, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, the fifth one. So let's get to it. So after seeing this fifth one and all of the trailers for the sixth one, I'm thinking Mission Impossible 4 is kind of where this franchise really found its footing, because the fifth one, not only does it play the storyline extend from the end of the fourth one, but the action and the pacing is very much like the fourth one and not like the other three. And from the trailers, it looks like the sixth one will be following the same lines, and that is definitely a great thing. By and large, the excellent action sequences and the pacing continue from the fourth movie. You really get the sense of forward momentum, that frenetic energy. I will say it takes just a hair longer to get into the thick of things. There's more of a setup to the main plot this time. You're not thrown right into the moving narrative. It takes a little bit of time to set up the villain's plan and what our hero needs to do about it. So that's like a minor, the most minor negative for me, at least coming off the fourth one. As a whole, this movie is just as well rounded, and most of the running time for this movie, I was juggling back and forth and which one I like more between this and the fourth one. Once again, it does not rely on the big, giant, over-the-top stunts to sell the movie. While there are a couple of those in this, and they're extremely impressive, the action scenes are nice and varied. They're not just the same rinse and repeat crazy stunts over and over again. There's some real suspenseful moments, particularly an opera scene in the beginning. A little cat and mouse type game is played, and it's just fantastic. And there's a sequence from the moment they go underwater to try to steal a thing. It's from that point, it's like there's like a 25-minute stretch, maybe even 30 minutes, where it's just one extended action sequence after another. It goes from this tense underwater heist plot, moving right into a car chase that's spectacular and extremely well choreographed, to then a motorcycle chase. And it's just boom, boom, boom. There's no downtime, and it's just riveting, edge of your seat stuff. It's just great. The only other minor negative that I would have with this film is the plot got a little dense for me at one point, and that may be more of a comment on my own movie watching intelligence than it is the film's narrative. But regardless, there was one point where I was a little unsure about what exactly was the goal, which was not a problem I had with the fourth one. The fourth one, there's a guy's trying to start a nuclear war. He has these launch codes, and they gotta stop him. So everything they did in the plot, it was really easy to trace what the goal of this thing was, what that was. In this one, it's not really clear what they're going for at one point. And it's an awesome action sequence, so it didn't really bog down the pacing or anything, but I didn't really understand what the ultimate goal of what they were doing was. Eventually, it becomes clear in the last act. But yeah, I just thought there was like one point where I was just kind of scratching my head, and not a way that like they did in the first one, where it was more of a spy game, and that was the point. You had to kind of figure out who's who, what's going on. This one, it felt like it was genuinely just a little bit confusing. But like I said, maybe that's me. I don't know. Just a minor little thing, though. The cast is once again fantastic. No surprise there. Tom Cruise does his thing. He's great. Ving Rhames comes back for this one, which was a pleasant surprise and much welcomed. Simon Pegg's still great, and they like two hackers on the team now, so I don't know how that's going to sustain itself. But two pretty awesome additions was Rebecca Ferguson's kind of, I don't know, not suspicious, like shady, like you don't know whose side she plays a great spy, plays a great spy. But then also Alec Baldwin comes in as the new kind of angry boss type, and Alec Baldwin's gonna kill it at that type of role, and he does. So a couple great additions to the cast, while the main cast still brings their A game. All around great from them. So all in all, I love this one. Like I said, I was going back and forth the whole movie on which I liked more between this and the fourth one. I think I'm still gonna have to say the fourth one is my favorite, just because of the flawless pacing, in my opinion. But this one has things over that one. Like I think the action, the set pieces are even better in this one. Really impressive stuff, and the cinematography is just gorgeous and perfectly set up. But yeah, like the two small things I mentioned are just enough to make it a notch below the fourth one, I think. Where the pacing sags just a little because it takes some time to set up the plot instead of throwing you right in. And the plot I thought got a little bit confusing, which is something that I didn't have a problem with in the fourth one, but that might have just been my own stupidity. So yeah, I'd give this one like a 93%. Definitely my second favorite in the series, but just edged out by that fourth one. Well, that just about does it. All we have now is the sixth one, which I see tomorrow night. So I'll have that review up later in the week. Super excited about it. Hearing great things, and after finishing this binge, I'm just pumped for it. It looks great. So I will talk to y'all then. Thanks for watching, and bye.